Hello friends, and welcome back to Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. I played it last time 2 weeks ago, the A.B. Grant's Affair. Okay, that's the next... I played it last time 2 weeks ago, and yeah, I've been kind of busy with Minecraft. You should totally check my series on Minecraft. But I was eager to come back to this game, so here I am. The A.B. Grant's Affair. Some evidence... no, that's just the tip. So, the last episode was amazing about architecture.
Not a word. Into your clothes and come.
Here's a deck. Here's a deck, here's a deck, here's a deck, and everybody knows that.
I'll wait for you in the sitting room.
Sitting room. Okay.
I've just received a note from Inspector Lestrade. A letter from the suburbs. He is in need of my presence.
Interesting. So Watson
Whenever
was
he has
sleeping
asked for my assistance,
on the
it
floor.
has always turned out to be entirely justified.
Not the floor. Oh, sorry.
I fancy that every one of his cases has found its way into your collection.
Yes, they all seem worthy of...
He was
However,
sleeping
I
on
regret
his
your
desk.
fatal habit of looking at everything from the point of view of a story instead of a scientific exercise.
Oh, Holmes, you...
I beg your pardon, I digress. It would be much better to examine this letter than to try to convince you.
Interesting. Okay. Well, before anything, I want to read the conclusion of my previous thenis.
This is where I keep my post.
And I only got one letter. Weird. Usually, I don't know about usually, but in the next game you get one letter after each and any.
The letter is on the table, Holmes.
Yeah. Each you get one after. Why the hell is she there all the time? You
The letter is
freak,
on the
Holmes.
table, Holmes. You
I agree with you, Toby, that Watson's shoe is preferable to Mrs. Hudson's cold cuts.
Oh, snap. Okay. Letter on the table.
The letter is on the table, Holmes. You should take a look.
There are a lot of letters. A lot of tables, I'm sorry. Nothing to examine. Maybe my reading table. Oh, yeah. Okay. 221B Baker Street, London, Sherlock Holmes. Brackenstall. A notable family.
A wax seal with the monogram E.B. A wax
That's
seal
all?
with the monogram E.B.
I thought he's gonna open this.
I can tell from Lestrade's handwriting that he was in a hurry when he wrote this letter.
Oh no.
The Brackenstall family coat of arms.
Brackenstall. A.B. Grain, Marsham, Kent. My dear Mr. Holmes, I should be very glad of your immediate assistance in what promises to be a most remarkable case. It is something quite in your line. Except for releasing the lady, I will see that everything is kept exactly as I found it, but I beg you not to lose an instant, as it is difficult to leave Sir Eustace here. Your faithfully, Inspector Lestrade. I got a here. A very German here. Chronicle, the fate of Black Peter. Oh, nice. I can actually read anything. Hey! Damn, 23. Okay. I got some trophies. Harpoon that was used to kill Black Peter. I've seen this. A silver cast of the mithril ritual knife. That's interesting. And the whistle nobody cares about. Nothing of interest here. I think we have 2 more cases. That will be interesting. Okay. So, let's roll. The game is afoot.
What is it, Holmes?
Promising, as always, it appears to be a case of murder.
Murder.
So you believe that Sir Eustace is dead?
I should say so. Lestrade wouldn't have sent for me for less. His writing shows considerable agitation, and he is not an emotional man.
Emotional
These
man.
people belong to high society. The quality of the writing paper, the E.B. monogram, their coat of arms. The crime was committed before midnight.
Holmes, how can you possibly tell?
How?
Well, it is all thanks to Lestrade. He wrote his letter at 3:30 in the morning. Imagine the chain of events before that. The local police had to be called in. Scotland Yard was notified. Lestrade himself had to make haste there, and finally compose the letter he sent to me. All of that makes for a fair night's work.
Interesting.
It makes sense. Lestrade also speaks of the woman he released.
I guess the family
That
is
seems
rich and
to
powerful
indicate that she had
because-
been held somewhere during the crime. Much time has been wasted. Let us find a cab and go to Abbey Grange immediately.
Thank you.
I live in hope of an interesting morning.
Damn, you're a freak. Okay. Do I have anything? No, okay. Abbey Grange. I would actually check the paper as a part of investigation, but I am not Sherlock. Do I have any deductions? Surely not. Yeah. Oh, actually, the book he read called Crime and Punishment. I know about that, but the book was written by somebody else. That's interesting. Oh, hello.
Ah, Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson, here you are. I'm very glad that you have come, but perhaps I should not have troubled you after all.
And why is that?
Lady Brackenstall has come to her senses, and she has given so clear an account of the affair that there is not much left for us to do. You remember that Lewisham gang of burglars?
Lewisham
What,
gang
the
of
three
burglars.
Randalls?
Exactly. The father and two sons.
The Three Randalls.
It's their
That's a
work.
weird
They stole a silver
name for a
service, which is
gang.
of great value.
Sir Eustace Brackenstall is dead, then?
Yes. His head was knocked in with his own poker.
A violent act of aggression.
Yes, the poor lady. She has had a most dreadful experience. She was assaulted and tied to a chair.
Damn.
But I think that you would best see her and hear her account of the facts. She's in the morning room with her maid, Teresa Wright,
There's a
Where is the
morning
body
room.
of the
Ah, morning,
deceased?
guys.
in the dining room.
Early in the
We
day. I
haven't
thought
touched
morning
anything.
is more than
All
the
right.
day.
I'm going to examine it.
I
Very
should
good,
actually
Watson.
read the closed captions maybe before I start making jokes.
Lord Ramsay Brackenstall.
Ramsey, is he like to cut off dicks also? Before I'm gonna go out.
Baron Lyndon Brackenstall.
Baron Lyndon Brackenstall. I can't imagine living in a house like this. All
Lord Brigham Brackenstall.
big and I don't know, but scary, haunted.
Sir Warthen Brackenstall.
So many Brackenstalls.
Lord George Brackenstall.
Ah,
The Brackenstall family seems rather austere.
austere. It looks like a douche. Okay. Let's see. I don't want to talk to. Can I talk to him?
Lady
No?
Brackenstall
Okay.
awaits you in the morning room.
She can go and kiss my noggin.
Lady Brackenstall awaits you
Oh.
in the morning room.
Sorry. I don't know the layout of the house. You shouldn't be so cruel.
Ladies, allow me to introduce myself.
Holy shit.
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting Inspector Lestrade in this investigation.
Mr. Holmes, I am the wife of Sir Eustace Brackenstall. We were married only a year ago.
Damn.
I am sorry for your loss.
First suspect
Please accept
already.
my deepest condolences.
It's always the
I
wife.
suppose that it is no use my attempting to conceal that our marriage has not been a happy one. I fear that all would tell you that, even if I were to attempt to deny it.
Okay. Yeah, that's quite a freaking bruise. Fresh bruises. Okay, let's go forward, not backward as I usually do. Quite an attractive female specimen. Brooch. Kangaroo and something. Australian origin. Kangaroo and emu. Elegant dress. Boobies. Wedding ring. Wedding band. Which I think... Old bruises. Oh, he's been beating her mercilessly. That looks like a blood on a cuffling. Yeah, let's stare at the boobies. Oh, really? Oh, what was that? What was that? There's something in her nostril. Ah, pale cheeks. Okay. What happened last night?
Can you describe to me the events of yesterday evening?
Is it really necessary? I have already told Inspector Lestrade all that happened.
Yes, madam, it is.
I will tell you then. Sir Eustace retired about 10:30. I sat in this room until after 11.
Sir
absorbed in a book.
Eustace is her husband, and
Before
she
I
calls
went
him
upstairs,
Sir.
I entered the dining room to fetch a candle and... Oh, God.
Please, go on.
As I approached the French window, I found myself face to face with an elderly, broad-shouldered man who had just stepped into the room. Close behind the first man, I saw two others. One of them struck me a savage blow with his fist and felled me unconscious to the ground.
And then?
When I came to myself, I found that they had secured me tightly to a dining room chair. It was at that instant my unfortunate husband entered the room.
Oh.
He fought with the intruders?
Yes, I think he had hurt them, for he was holding his stick. But they were three, and he eventually succumbed. One of them, the elder one, struck him a terrible blow with the poker.
A poker?
I fainted.
Is this like a
once more.
stick you used
when
to
I
poke
opened
people
my
with?
eyes, they had withdrawn. Then my brave Teresa came to my assistance.
Interesting.
Did these three villains steal anything?
Yes, I found that they had taken the silver from the sideboard, but you can see for yourself in the dining room.
Yeah, I got access to the whole house. Dankeschön.
You mentioned that your marriage was not a happy one. Was there anything specific that was troubling you?
He
You would
was
whoop
not a
her
nice
around.
man when he was drunk, and he suffered from dark
Yeah, I
moods,
don't
but
find...
nothing else.
Oh. Old bruises. I don't find maternal abuse... Not maternal abuse. I don't find spouse abuse funny. Don't you be misconcerned about that. But yeah, you...
The bruises on
Kinda
your
look
hands
whooped
are at
around.
least 1 week old. Your husband caused those bruises?
Oh, do you? Yes, he did. He was very angry at the time. Out of control.
I think the husband punched
Again.
her. And she killed him with a
Sir
poker.
Eustace was a drunkard. To be tied to such a man for life is worse than death.
She killed him. In self-defense, of course.
Your ladyship?
Of course in self-defense, but she killed him. Okay. Let us see. Only the Times, okay. The Times. Family business booming. The Randall gang is back on the street. Less than a fortnight ago, not the fortnight with the dances and shooting, the bullshit kind, the time frame. This infamous family of burglars, the Randalls, as they are known, made their appearance by way of brutal but successful intrusion into one of the wealthier home of Sydenham. The police are already on the trail. However, the details of the crime are being kept confidential, including that of the name of the victim. A witness was able to provide the precise description of all three men, and this will surely give the police a chance to complete their profile on this family of delinquents. We would take the liberty of reminding our esteemed readers about this highly dangerous band and to provide the full description as it is available at this moment. The gang has been in business for some considerable time, being a family of three, the father and his two sons. The elder, Jack Randall, is a man in his 40s, and the lady grey-haired, while of average height and build. She said a huge man. Being the mastermind behind the burglaries, he retained control over his sons, both of whom are close in age but very different in appearance. The first son, William Randall, is tall and broad-shouldered with a small, disproportionate head, or maybe she saw him. The younger brother, Melvin Randall, is of somewhat weaker constitution and it is skinny as a rake. The gang is wanted not only for their frequent thefts and break-ins, but for the exceptionally brutal pirate career they enjoyed before returning to England. Be alert and may our valuables stay safe. Your valuables stay safe. So it's not the Times, it's, I don't know, newspaper exposition.
The description of the Randall gang provided by Lady Brackenstall is identical to the one in the Times article.
Identical, which means that she read the article before anything happened.
A trapper's hut.
She killed him. That's what I'm going with. But yeah,
This photograph of Lady Brackenstall and her maid Teresa was taken at a port, but which one?
I think she's in love with her maid, which again, nothing wrong about that. Rock of
So the
Gilbert,
lady
la,
and
la,
her
la, la.
maid came from Australia a year and a half ago on this ship.
Yay! Let's steal the photo. I'm a bitch. Okay. I want to talk with the maid also. But first of all, it seems that there's like some reconstruction I can make. Picture. Yeah. Oh, I see. Scratches.
These scratches are most definitely made by the picture frame.
I see. This will open some kind of secret panel. But before everything, I want to talk with the maid. With the
Teresa,
Iron Maid.
I would like to hear your testimony.
Certainly, sir.
Oh my god. That was a gurgling voice. A little bit. Wrinkles. I don't know if she's older or just the work is hard. Again, boobies. Coffee stain. She's been drinking coffee. Working hands. She's been working. Oh, the coffee stain is on her. Sorry. How dare you to come here so undignifiedly the hell? I always miss the last one. Boobies. Nothing. That looks... maybe that's blood. The hell? Caring. Ah. The game froze for a second. Last night.
As I sat by my bedroom window, I saw 3 men in the moonlight down by the lodge gate. But I thought nothing of it at the time. Oh, if I'd known.
If you had
And
known,
I went to bed, and it was more than an hour after that I heard my mistress scream. And down I ran, to find her tied to the chair and him on the floor with his head smashed.
damn.
That's all I know.
Interesting.
Oh, what a horrible thing to have happened.
Yes. Ew.
This is Sir Eustace's safe. There may be something important inside. I must ask Lady Brackenstall to open it.
I don't think she knows about the safe. But before anything, there was some... No. I will first scour all the evidence in the house. Then I will try to deduce stuff.
Lady Brackenstall, could you open this wall safe?
No, it is my husband's safe. I do not know the combination.
Oh, but she does know
We have
about
to
the
open
safe.
it.
Gimme.
Your ladyship.
Can I open it? Or do I need to...
Let us try to open this safe.
Yeah!
This safe can be cracked. I only have to pay attention. The dial will vibrate when it is set to the correct number.
Really? That's kind of idiotic. Oh. That was stupid. Ah, okay. Ah, I thought I need to go like left, right, left, as it should be. I can just go like this. I need to see when the dial jumps, and that's all. Oh my god, this safe is so easy to crack. Worst safe ever. Okay. Money.
It is common practice to keep one's valuables in a safe behind a painting. It should not really pose a challenge for a criminal.
Especially if the safe's open like
Antique
this.
coins, possibly of value, but they're scattered without care.
Yeah, because I am rich and stupid. Like a will and testimony, that's interesting. Sir Eustace, your current physical and mental state is of great concern. There are several signs of a hepatic decompensation. The last time that we met, your eyes were bloodshot and your skin was tinged with yellow. There are particular odor from your breath that is common in those suffering from liver damage. I was about to say about liver damage. Then there are the lung abscesses that we have discussed. Oh my god. The leg cramps you have described to me are caused by an alteration to the nervous system, which in turn is caused by your excess of alcohol. That includes the tremors. Your liver seems excessively hard at the time of your examination, which is a sign of an evolving cirrhosis. It's liver damage. There are also signs of fluid in the peritoneal cavity. I can't be a doctor for shit. Which are evident with your swollen stomach. The pain beneath your left rib indicates a pancreatic malady which may lead to a fatal and fulminant pancreatitis. It is. Your condition may pose a risk to others. Your excessive alcohol consumption lowers your self-control and heightens your aggression. I'm available to help you with this problem. We are a number of treatment options. There are. I still think she killed him. Okay, so this is the morning room. Can I go to the other rooms now, please? Thank you.
You should examine the body of Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
The hell what with those dramatic shots?
A trapper's hut.
A trapper's hut.
A trapper's hut.
A trapper's hut. So he is a trapper.
The hunting scene.
Ooh, he's a hunter.
Antique hunting weapons.
Oh, he is a hunter enthusiast.
The hunting scene.
A hunting scene.
A deer hunt.
A deer hunt.
A fur trader's cabin.
A fur trader's cabin. Really? Okay. Before I'm going to go and check the obvious, let's see the smashed cabinet.
This candlestick is valuable. It is interesting that it was not also stolen.
Because it wasn't a theft.
An empty silverware box. It appears that the intruders have stolen the contents.
It was not theft, it was a
These
frickin'
wine
robbery.
bottles are expensive and mostly from France.
France.
A bottle of wine is missing here.
He's been drinking
The
that
criminals
night.
did not thoroughly ransack the house. They only took a little silverware.
I can hear my sister coming to my room. Okay. I've been absent for about an hour from the computer and nothing have changed. Oh, there's a sound of a clock. The hell am I hiccuping? Okay.
Sailor's knots. That's interesting. This rope was handled by the murderers. We need a scent hound to follow their trail. I will take it with me.
Tabe! Okay.
This is the chair that Lady
Sailor's
Brackenstall
knot,
was
which
tied
means
to.
that those can be the pirates. They have been pirates before that.
There is beeswing at the bottom, as if the wine had not been decanted before being poured.
Which means that the people who drank the wine understand nothing.
This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing.
But this one's been decanted. Interesting.
This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing. It is rather strange that only one of these glasses has dregs of beeswing inside it, while the other two are clear.
Interesting.
A decanter standing next to the open bottle, an inseparable pair indeed. Chateau Calon Ségur, French wine, Grand Cru.
I'm kind of baffled about the wine thing. So it's been opened, somebody drank, and then then they let the wine to rest, which means that the people in the house have been longer because the wine had time to decanter. Not decanter, to breathe. Mental peace.
It appears that the bell rope was cut by someone taller than me.
Interesting. The bell rope is to call for the maid. I would guess. I don't really know how this house is working, but look at this shiny goddamn floor. Okay, see, it's dead body time. No.
This door leads to the upstairs bedrooms. Apparently the criminals did not venture there.
Oh, come on. Couldn't you design the whole house? Come on, they game devs.
So, Watson, what have you learned from examining Sir Eustace's body?
Well, I can confirm
He's hella
that the death
dead.
was instant. Sir Eustace was facing his attacker when he received the blow to his head. There are no other apparent injuries.
Interesting. I would believe somebody who wants to kill somebody without mercy won't be so lenient as not to beat a little bit on the dead body.
Quite a large stick, a formidable weapon. Barefoot.
Fit.
He had therefore been in bed and did not have time to fully dress.
Or maybe he's a drunkard fool who likes to walk barefoot at home. I walk barefoot at home all the time.
That
Poker.
must be the murder weapon.
The poker. Let's see. Only the head wound?
The head was cracked with the force of the blow.
Damn. That's nasty. Oh, really? That's all? No. I am missing something. Oh.
It is covered in blood. Sir Eustace might have struck his head upon it while falling from the blow. That is one possible explanation.
Interesting. With all of those mights and maybes. Okay. So what? Wait, no. What do I need to do? I don't need to go here. God damn it. I forgot the game already. Okay. Investigate the matter of the gate, collect Toby from Baker Street and follow the same trail. Okay. So we're gonna go and collect Toby from Baker's Street. Baker or Baker's? No, it's one Baker. While we do this, let's think. Dead body, roundels are well known. Bent poker, fireplace grate, 2 glasses, violent behavior, criminally identified, glass with. Okay, so 2 glasses, glass with beeswing. Look at me! Randall unknown, noted rope, bent poker, dead body, and bent poker. Dead body and fireplace grate. Look at me, I do stuff. No. Oh, okay, that's interesting. No. As I thought. No. As I thought. No. Okay. So let's see the first thing we could deduct. 3 people. There were 3 people drinking wine out these glasses. One of the 3 probably preferred wine with beeswing. 2 people. There were 2 people drinking wine out these glasses. The remaining glass with the beeswing consisted solely of the dregs from the other 2. Oh, interesting. 2 people. I still don't believe. She killed him. That's for sure. Randall's blames. The robbery was faked and the whole story invented in order to blame Sir Eustace's death on the Randalls. Randall gag. The testimonies and evidence match the point. It's interesting because one of them should be very tall and the bell was cut up high, but I would say blame because that's my theory from the first second I saw her and the bruises. Deadly accident. The death of Sir Eustace could be due to his accident striking his head on the fireplace grate. The death of Sir Eustace could have been due to deadly accident because the grate is bloody. But I still can be wrong. But I do feel that this is a case of wife. Let's check on the creepy old lady. Dude, the frick is wrong with you?
Come on, Toby.
Come on, Toby.
We need the best nose in the British Empire on this case.
Toby! Okay, so now we're gonna go back to the Abbey Grange. Let him sniff the rope, I guess. Toby's with us. Toby Wobby. Toby Wobby, 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 Wobby. I'm stupid. Yeah. Ruff.
Search, Toby.
Is this a hound dog? Interesting. Is this like a dog that hunts? I wonder if this is a hunting breed. I forgot to go outside. I'm dumb. Wow, there was a whole place in here. Okay, so the people who used the rope. Ropey. Went to the greenhouse for some reason. At least went by the greenhouse. Okay. I'm not done.
The intruders entered the shed for some reason when they were making off with the silverware.
The silverware is in the shed. That will be easy to see. Then they cut straight to the grass. Come on, you fat little doggy. Look at his fat rolls. Toby! Then he threw something to the well. Well.
The scent leads to the well. I should check it.
I should deck it. Okay. And then... Toby! Toby is an awful name for a cricket. Interesting, somebody did went to the wall.
The intruder's trail is lost behind this wall. The criminals left the house through the French window. They walked to the shed, then across to the well, before fleeing by climbing over the wall. I wonder why they chose such a winding route.
Because it's not the criminales. I'm not going to talk to the dog. I'm not crazy enough. Wait a second. Will this take me outside? Yeah, no. If I knew I could go outside to check, I would do this first goddamn second. Somebody's been reading the Times. Is that Minerva? I think that's Minerva. Or Venus. Nothing in here. I'm just checking all the far corners because I know where the main course is. So they ran from here to do like Serpento. And they came inside of here.
This hook might be useful.
Okay, I'm gonna hook somebody.
Bags of seed. Some empty bags were recently moved.
Ew. No? Okay. This is only to imagine stuff. Right.
Small gardening tools. Nothing of great interest. This old suitcase sounds hollow. It must be empty.
Sounds hollow. Dude, always freaking check. Maybe there's some documents inside. Then they go like this. Serpento. Oh, look at this mossy, beautiful green tree. Open up. Glittering
There's
object.
something glittering at the bottom there. But how can I reach it?
I need a rope. Thank God for wells. Well. I knew it is gonna be the silverware. Yeah, That definitely was half.
Silverware? This is hardly a coincidence.
As I like to say, no shit, Sherlock. They should be engraved.
The
Yeah.
Brackenstall coat of arms. It appears that we have found the stolen silverware.
Which has not been stolen at all. It was an accident. He's been drunk of his gourd, and then she pushed him.
The intruder's trail is lost behind this wall.
Yeah, that was easy. That is an easy one. Knotted rope. Interesting. Really? Nothing. Really? Something, I don't know. Yeah, okay. Nothing in here. Robbery is the motive. Robbery is confirmed as the motive for the crime. The criminals may have plans to return for the silver that they dumped. No, they don't. Imitate the robbery. Because there was all the thing they could rob. That's easy. She killed him. She won't go to jail because he was an abusive prick. Oh, sorry. Let's see my dialogue. Okay. So now I can talk to people. Lego, my friends. Oh, I can talk with him. Interesting.
What do you know about Sir Eustace, Inspector? What was his reputation?
A
He's
charming
dick
man
big.
when sober, but an absolute demon when he was drunk.
Yes,
Such
I said
moments he was
dig
apparently capable
big.
of anything.
I know what I'm saying.
Why, once he splashed fuel on Lady Brackenstall's dog and set it alight.
Holy
Another day he
shit.
threw a decanter of wine at Miss Wright's head.
The alcohol seemed to madden him.
To the point that we were forced to intervene several times to avoid a scandal.
Scandal. Scandalous.
Inspector, I have recovered the stolen silverware.
You are a wizard, Mr. Holmes. And where is it?
Up my
In
bum.
the garden well.
Excuse me?
Unique, isn't it?
Rather absurd. What is the point of stealing silverware and then throwing it down into a well?
Perhaps it was used as a temporary hiding place, or simply the thieves wanted to get rid of it. It is up to us to solve this mystery.
Okay, now I need to talk. Miss Theresa, you said you heard the bell, but the bell was caught.
Sir Eustace's doctor speaks of his violent behaviour.
Yes, Sir Eustace was an extremely violent man. A detestable human being, to be more precise. It is true
She's not
that he once threw
so
a decanter at
much.
me, and all because I dared to stand up to him in defence of my mistress.
Yeah.
Sly devil.
She's not so
Forgive me that I should speak of him
devastated.
so now that he's dead, but a devil he was. If ever one walked the earth, we met him only 18 months ago. She'd only just arrived in London. Yes, it was her first voyage. She'd never been from home before.
It's not her first voyage.
Won her with his title and his money and his false London ways. If she made a mistake, she has paid for it, if ever a woman did. She doesn't have any friends here, so it was specially hard for her.
She was a trophy wife, basically.
We found your mistress's silverware.
Oh, that's good news. You really are as clever as they say.
Indeed.
Indeed. Mrs. Something Bush, I don't know, I can't remember your name.
There are 3 glasses on the dining room table. I was wondering if...
Oh, I forgot. When I came to myself the first time, each of them had a glass in his hand.
Yeah,
They
no.
might have been a father and his 2 sons. They talked together in whispers, and then they left.
Come on, honey, that's not good.
We found your
You can't be a
silverware, Lady
bitch.
Brackenstall.
No, you can,
It
but
had not been taken very far.
I'm a kind-hearted
Is that
man.
true? I am very thankful to you, Mr. Holmes.
Your ladyship?
Your ladyship. Okay, no personal life and violent behavior. Really? From Australia. Okay, from Australia. And that's... No? Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. We left only with the knotted rope, which is the only one that throws bricks. Sir Eustace was violent toward his wife. Yeah, it was. No acquaintances. Lady Brackensell married Sir Eustace shortly after arriving in England and remained at home during that time. There is a little possibility that she or her maid are acquainted with anyone in the country. Acquainted with a sailor. Lady is acquainted with someone from the Rock of Gibraltar. Maybe. I will leave this one open because I still haven't been to the something of Gibraltar. I think we're gonna go there. It will be just elementary. Wait a second. Is that not all? Weird. Am I missing something? Don't tell me that this whole thing is gonna be contained only to one scene, because
This door
I
leads
don't
to...
like it. I don't see a content yard marker. I don't see anything. Let's see. Weird. It happens sometimes that you just, you know, stuck. Just you don't. It is not giving me. Oh, wait a second. Maybe I can see if I have more clues to work through. Oh, I see. I need to perform analysis, which means to home we go. Yay! I wonder who wrote the Crime and Punishment book he's reading. It can't be Sherlock wrote it. Fyodor Dostoevsky. Ah! Yo, I am freaking stupid. I have this book at home. The Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment. Damn, I'm dumb.
Have you found something interesting?
Yep. You have
This
not
is where I
seen
keep
my
my
balls,
post.
and they are interesting.
Let us see how the rope
balls?
was cut.
Bell rope.
The fibers at the end of the rope are smoothly cut. Let us try to find out what tool was used to cut the rope.
Okay, so it can be the scissors, but doubt, because the cut will be
The
knotted.
fibers from this cut appear to be different.
Yes, it is knotted. Let's see, a knife. The life of
If
the
I cut
wife
the rope with a knife,
and
it
by
matches the
knife.
original.
No, we have the third tool. God damn it. So it was cut by knife. Sharp knife, not a drop. Sailor background. The rope was cut with a sharp knife and tied quickly in sailor knots. It could indicate that the intruder had a sailor background, which means I need to don a sailor costume and go and check people. Let me check people. God dingus. Acquainted with a sailor. I need to... Interesting. No. No acquaintances. Domestic accident. Yeah, it's all because of the decanter. Basically. Although I've been lenient for that from the start, but... Oh. Murderous visitor. Sir Eustace was murdered by one person who was visiting last night. It was he who tied up Lady Brackenstall. He is tall and strong. Oh, I didn't thought about that. Which means that acquainted with the sailor would go here. Domestic violence, sailor background. Because it is domestic violence, for sure. Look for a sailor. Thank God. I have something to do. It wasn't an accident. And he is taller than... search the possible sailor suspect for Rock of Gibraltar. Ah, really? I want to dress as a sailor, damn it. Not art and architecture, economic science, no, technology, machine works, Nicholas Barge, Las Zarpas, no, the typewriter, why not dynamite, Kyrgyzstan, but the first botany, no, I need to go to 1893. 1893, East Africa Company exploits at comp speed, rocket Gilbert's. Okay. Arrival of the Rock of Gilbrad, the ship returned. The Rock of Gilbrad, the bulk carrier from the London line, cornered building, James Street, London, has returned from a 6-month voyage through India, New Zealand, and Australia. The ship brought to England Miss Mare Fraser, the heiresses of the Fraser family owning land and tin mines in Australia. This reportedly beautiful young lady is presently engaged to Sir Eustace Brackenstall, one of the wealthiest gentlemen in Kent.
Here it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I just read it. I'm not so dumb.
The shipping company, the Adelaide, Southampton, London line, and its address. Interesting. It must be the place where they keep the records, including the one for the crew of the Rock of Gibraltar.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard, they'll give it to you without any problems.
No.
But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
The little boy I hire. I forgot his name.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
Wiggins! He just drops the thing and come. Oh my god, he's a loyal little dog, basically. I know it sounds harsh, but yeah.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
At
I
your
need a
service.
register, my young friend. If you could borrow it, there will be half a guinea for every one of you. I need the crew list of the Rock of Gibraltar in 1893 and their current employment.
Okay.
I'm straight on it, Mr. Holmes.
Do you really think they'll find it, Holmes?
Yeah.
My secret police is better than the Yard in many ways.
That sounds freaking ominous. It's like Stalin, my secret police.
Here it is, Mr. Holmes. But we can't take
In
it
the
back.
second game, you
It's too
actually
risky.
play the minigames with
Put it on the
Wiggins,
table. I'll take care of it. Good work, young Wiggins.
which stretches a little bit the game. Not in a bad way, in a very good way. Let's examine the thing. Oh no, really? On my work table? Register.
This list shows the senior officers of the Rock of Gibraltar, on which Lady Brackenstall and her maid made their voyage. Lady Brackenstall does not know anyone in England. This must mean that someone on this list is our mysterious visitor.
Interesting.
And these are the lists of the senior officers of the Adelaide, Southampton, London line ships. Let us find out who was in London upon November the 7th.
What? I'm sorry. Departed from Adelaide in Australia in 1984. Arrived on London, England, November 12th. Not this one. Next. January 28th, 95. Murder date 7th of November. January 95. They went on October 70th. October. Okay, he was in sea. November 10th. He was at home. Murder date. Okay. Sea Chill. Okay, let's see. Jack Rocker Captain. Jack Rocker.
This list shows that
Yeah.
Mr. Jack Crocker was in London upon the date of the crime, and he is due to depart in 2 days.
Yes. Okay. Dunham, Charlie. No. Peter Davison. No. Neil Hercule. No. George Stewart. No. Frank Willie. Willie. No, Wilkie. Frank. No. Murdoch Hopper. No. Okay. Murder Boner Hopper. Okay. Departure. October 23rd. He is already departed. We are in November. Departure May 6th. Way. Arrive in London November 12th. No, okay, still not in the country. Maybe I need to see arrivals also. Departure October 17th. May 17th, 95. I think that's all. Basically. Interesting. I cannot find anybody else.
I do not think that
No.
I do not think that
No.
this officer is still at sea. Therefore, he cannot be involved.
Oh, okay. I need to do like this. Okay. Charlie, we chill. Let's go like this. Charlie, we
This
chill.
officer was on a ship that sailed half a month ago. He wasn't in London at the time of the crime.
Okay, now I see what I need to do. Ernest J. Woody. Not in here. Not in here. Interesting, not in here also. Ernest J. Woody.
This officer is still at sea. Therefore, he cannot be involved.
Okay, Tommy Walker. Not in his great brother Johnny Walker. Tommy Walker. So it's not enough for him to
This
find the
officer
guilty.
is still at sea. Therefore,
He
he
needs to
cannot be
eliminate
involved.
all the else, which is actually great. Herbert Willington.
This officer is still at sea. Therefore, he cannot
William-
be involved.
Something Porridge. William Porridge. Let's call him William Porridge. Willie. Da.
This officer was on a ship that sailed half a month ago. He wasn't in London at the time of the crime. Captain Jack Crocker is our mysterious visitor. He was the only one around at the time of the murder.
And he's gonna flee in a few days.
This Crocker, do you think...
It would be interesting to meet him. Our young friend should be able to find him.
Higgins! Okay, so search the suspect. Whew, I'm out of breath. I just ran upwards in my apartment. Wiggins! So we've been
Wiggins,
checking for...
could you find a way to bring this Captain Crocker here to us?
Here? Holmes, that could be dangerous.
No
Yeah.
problem, Mr. Holmes.
Look at him, he's rapscallion.
Mr. Holmes, I was informed that
Oh,
you
he
were
is a
looking
high.
for me, and I'd like to know why.
He's tall, not
Yes,
high. He is
it is
tall.
important that we talk. You will soon understand why.
He is tall, which means he could be a suspect. Again, I won't condemn because abuse. Clear look, honest. Not honest, honest. Scarfy, strong build. Maybe they had an affair, actually, if you think about this. Because the Lord was penis. The Lord was not a good man. Newspaper Inc. He's been reading the newspaper, which means that he knows about the gang, the Bradley, Schmedley, I don't know. Clean boots. I'm missing. Sea knife. Lady Black.
You are acquainted with Lady Mary Brackenstall, are you
Brackenstall.
not?
Yes, I think I do remember her. From when I was first officer, but I still don't see...
It seems your relationship went beyond that of mere passenger and first officer.
How dare you?
Indeed, how reckless a feeling is love, particularly if one is prepared to commit a murder in its name.
Explain yourself this instant.
You are aware that the murder made the headlines of the morning press. You read the newspaper report, but to your dismay, found it much fabricated. Once you learned that I wanted to see you, you came straight away. You needed to know what I had found.
You And what do you know?
That evening, you were with Lady Brackenstall, despite the danger.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid, Mr. Holmes. Besides, all of this is just guesswork.
Not
You
really.
would be right if there was no evidence.
What then?
You tied her up.
Lady Brackenstall was tied to a chair on the night of the murder. And it was you who
I
tied her
didn't
up.
thought about this
You
actually.
call that evidence?
Sailor knot. Other abuses for health, ship crew. Sailor's knot.
Yes, as she was tied with a sailor's knot. Your handiwork.
It's still a guesswork.
It's a sailor who's done it. That proves
It's very
nothing, Mr. Holmes.
circumstantial.
I'm not the only sailor in London right now.
You're not the only
Your
sailor
theory is flawed, anyway.
in London at
On
all.
the night of the murder, I was aboard the Sharp. I was supervising the repair of a porthole.
Pothole.
At night.
It was an emergency. There was a leak. You can ask the ship's carpenter. He can confirm.
Interesting.
I'm sure that he can.
Perfect. In that case, we have nothing more to talk about. Good evening, gentlemen.
That's not good.
Holmes, what should we do now? Would you like to check his alibi?
No, there is no doubt that these men will testify in his favor, and there will be no way to check.
So, what then?
So, we must work with what we have. We have all the puzzle pieces.
Really? That counts
Now I
as all the
understand why
puzzle
you
pieces.
dissected the bell rope.
That counts as all. Crocker statement, Captain Crocker. Crocker's involvement. Crocker's lying he's involved is clear. He appears as soon as he heard that I was looking for him, thus signaling his guilt. Captain Crocker was aboard the Sharp on the night of the murder. He was not afraid to confront me. He had a confident demeanor. I think he is. Which mean... not pucker blow, deadly accident. It's still not... It's still not explaining the bell knot being cut. No, he was there. No, there is an acquaintance. There is an acquaintance. It was a poker death. Poker blow. He doesn't have an alibi. But I'm not going to condemn him. Sir Eustace was murdered by one person who was visiting that night. The murderer is tall and agile and a high-ranking sailor. Yes, the bell was cut with a sailor knife with a tall, by a tall person. There was the two glasses, and I don't think she would drink with her husband, which is a notorious drunk. I'm gonna absolve him because it's an abuse story. Jack Rocker is a murderer, and you will bring him to his accomplice, Lady Brackenstall, to justice. The murder was committed in a self-defense. Jack Rocker defended a woman against a violent and dipsomaniacal man. Holy shit. The mystery is solved, but you decide to keep it secret. There is no need to inform. Yes. Wait a second. Oh yeah, all the... Okay, I utilized all the clues. Yeah. Absolve him because it was an abuse story and I freaking hate abuse. It's
Wiggins, could you ask Mr. Crocker to come here again,
It's absolutely
Right away.
a horrid thing that happens. Barely an hour has passed. Did I miss the last time card?
Why did you make me come here again, Mr. Holmes?
It is over. I know that it was you who killed Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
What?
I know, because of the height at which the rope was cut.
Yeah.
The knife used was a sea knife. The knots were sailor's knots. And not least, the sheer force that was put behind the killing blow.
Yes.
And because you are the only one who knows Lady Mary Brackenstall in London. And because you love her.
That's a big
It's
claim.
true.
Oh,
It is
true.
time for you to tell us the whole truth.
I admit that I loved Mary madly from the first day that I met her. But I never did come to visit her, for I believed that she was in a happy household. When I
That's
talked to her,
explaining
Mary told me
the
everything.
person
I was
who ran
insane
away.
with rage.
Yeah, that's all comes
I was
together.
due to set sail for 6 months away. I wanted only to see her again. But it turned into a damnable nightmare when he barged in.
That's a
He
great
dared
soul.
raise his hand to her. He was not even worthy of licking her boots. Oh, I regret nothing. I admit I killed the monster out of love for her. She will forgive me if she is able.
Lady Brackenstall already forgave you. She said nothing.
She would.
Mary,
That was
But
a
that makes her an
weirdly
accomplice as well as her maid.
energetic
It places her in
energetic
danger
music.
yet again.
Mr. Holmes,
You would not have managed to protect her.
till I die, do you hear me? Here is a letter that sets everything clear, and it is the one that should be disclosed to the police. I am the only culprit. Mary had nothing to do with it. Now it is time to end this.
Okay. Weirdly confrontational music. Okay, now I understand why. I'm not gonna give him the chance to kill himself. You can run
Please
away,
forgive
dude.
me, Captain Crocker. I wished only to test your sincerity, and your words and deeds have far exceeded my expectations.
He tried to kill himself.
See here, Captain Crocker. We'll do this in due form of law. You are the prisoner. Watson, you are a British jury. Captain Crocker, the evidence shows that you acted without premeditation and used reasonable force to protect an innocent victim from her husband's brutality.
Brutality.
Your devotion pushed you to attempt to kill yourself in order to protect the one you love. Now, what say you, gentlemen of the jury?
Not guilty, my lord.
Vox populi, vox dei. You are acquitted, Captain
The hell
Crocker.
that means, vox
So long as the
populi, vox
law
dei.
does not find some other victim, you are safe from me.
Mr. Holmes,
It is a great responsibility that I take upon myself, but I will give Lestrade an excellent lead, and if he can't avail himself of it, I can do no more. Come back to your lady in a year, and may her future and yours justify us in the judgment which we have pronounced this night.
Interesting. I am playing judge, jury, and executioner. That's for sure. But yeah,
Inspector,
I
I'm
cannot.
afraid that the murderers have escaped us.
what? Do you mean to tell me that you failed? Never thought I'd live to see the day.
Yeah, now you
I
see.
mentioned the murderers, not the case. It is obvious that the crime was committed by 3 criminals who cannot be the Randalls.
You really think so?
You only need to find a gang of 3 thugs wandering around. I can trust you to do that.
If
Yeah.
they exist, I'll catch them.
Yeah, you
You'll
will.
find someone, I have no doubt of it. Goodbye, Inspector.
Yeah, you will. Okay, the Abbey Grange affair. Sir Eustace was murdered by Captain Jack Crocker, who was visiting Lady Brackenstall that night. They staged it as a robbery by the Randall gang. Crocker used his sea knife to cut the bell rope to tie the lady, and then hid the silverware in the well. Jack Crocker defended the woman against a violent and something man. You have decided to keep it a secret. 16 clues. The Kevin is a killer. Absolve Captain. Okay. Accept decision. Your ranking. Personal ranking. Very conscientious. People solved the case the same way. 93%. People made the same moral choice. 64%. That was a very easy case. Okay, guys, this will be it for this one. It was a short and easy case. I think they just, I think that there are only 5 cases, maybe 6 cases in this game, and they have like a small gap, so they put this case together. It's a nice one. It's a very classic Sherlock Holmes case. I read about it. I read version about it. I've seen version in different movies and media about the same kind of case, and it is the only way to solve it. Basically, I cannot condemn this man. And that will be it for this case. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see here and you want to see more, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. As always, leave a comment. I love reading your comments, and I will see you in the next case. Bye bye.